We are pleased now to welcome in CM Punk ahead of this Saturday's UFC debut at UFC 203 in Cleveland. CM, thanks for taking the time here.
No problem. Thanks for having me.
All right, Punk, it's been a long journey since joining the UFC. Shoulder and back surgeries, as you very well know. Your UFC debut delayed about 1.5 years. How does it feel to finally be on the verge of stepping into that octagon?
It feels super duper. You know, it's right around the corner. I'm happy. I can't wait to weigh in, eat some food, and beat a kid up on Saturday.
Sounds pretty simple when you put it like that.
It is simple. It's that easy.
Now, your move from the WWE to the UFC was met with mixed reaction. What was all that like for you?
You know, you live your life 10 years on the road under a microscope. You kind of learn to shut out the bad and just deal with the good. You know, it took a while for me to decompress, but I wasn't really worried about what other people thought I should be doing with my life. I was more concerned about my health and my well-being.
What about those fans that supported you for so long, over a decade, all of a sudden, on the drop of a hat, seem to turn on you?
I think that's life. That's just human nature, you know. They want. If they want to watch me wrestle, there's an entire back catalog, even prior to me being in WWE, that they can watch.
All right, well, let's spin it forward then. No back catalog necessary. How does training for that, a life in professional wrestling, compare to training for the UFC?
Man, it was so long ago that I trained to be a professional wrestler, I don't really remember. But, I mean, you can draw the parallels, you know. You got to be dedicated to do both. You got to be at the gym every day, multiple hours. You know, you got to put the time in. And really, I feel like just like anything, if you put the hard work in, you become great at it, you know. I think I'm a person that strives to be perfect, but I also know that perfect is unattainable. You know, but in striving to be perfect, you can become great, or at least good. You know, you can accomplish goals.
Brock Lesnar has been able to make that transition pretty successfully. What conversations have you had with him?
Just a couple chats here and there. You know, he offered himself up. You know, text me whenever you want. You know, ask questions, whatever, no matter how stupid you think they are. You know, I'm here to help. But he doesn't get the greatest cell service up in Moose Jaw, Saskatchewan. So, you know, sometimes it takes a while for him to get back to you.
Yes, yes. That can be difficult. What's the best piece of advice he gave you?
The best piece of advice he gave me?
Correct.
It seems to be like all the high-level guys say the same thing. Don't forget to have fun doing it. You know, I don't have to go to the gym every day. I get to go to the gym every day. And I don't got to fight this kid on Saturday. I get to fight him. You know what I mean? It's exciting for me, and it's all been fun.
So let's talk about that kid. Your opponent, Mickey Gall, 13 years younger, a little more MMA experience, obviously. What's the biggest challenge of facing him for you?
I think the biggest challenge is within myself, you know, to go in there and perform. It could have been anybody opposite me. Mickey was smart enough to capitalize on an opportunity of Dana White being in the house during his first pro fight. So he used that to get here, to get the fight, to get to the UFC. For me, I'm less worried about Mickey, and I'm more worried about what I'm going to do and implementing my game plan.
So let's talk about what you're going to do. What kind of fighter will we see?
You're going to see a fighter. That's exactly what you're going to see. You know, I'm not going to say I'm better at this or I'm better at that or I'm going to take it to the ground. You know, it's a fight. They all start on your feet. I'm going to keep it there as long as I can. And when he decides he wants to turn into a wrestler, then I'll beat him up on the mat too.
What's your biggest, I'm not going to say fear, concern?
It's okay. You can say fear. You know, fear is your friend. There's an old great, you know, Customato quote about fear being your friend, you know, but you got to own it. You got to use it. You got to hone it. And just like anything, you know, I don't have concerns. You know, my concerns are all washed away. This has been fight week. I've just been concerned about making weight, really. That's all I had to do. I've just been enjoying the process, having fun, and once I'm hydrated and I can eat again, you know, I get to have fun on Saturday. And you get to fight in the octagon. Congratulations to you on this transition. Best of luck Saturday night at UFC 203. CM Punk joining us here on SportsCenter. Thanks for having me.
The MRI results on Steven Strasburg are not devastating.